Good morning, everybody. Well, it's the 1st of November. I believe we're in the right temperature range and it's time to close the pool. And once I close the pool, Bella gets the backyard back again, so she's very happy. So the first step was to blow up the balloon that goes underneath the cover and make sure it's not leaking. I've taken out the pool cover from the basement. We're going to open that up and let it stretch out. I've got my cable. We've ordered our chemicals from the pool supplier, which this year have been very difficult to get. So that should be coming in on Wednesday. So between now and then, I'm gonna skim and clean out the pool and get all the equipment ready to close it up. We'll be closing it on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when my delivery comes. I inflated the pillow. I left it hanging here for a couple of days. It's not leaking, so we're gonna be able to use it. The next step is cleaning the pool. There's a bit of leafy stuff in there. We're gonna have to vacuum. We took a brush to it the other day and ran the filter. So today we're gonna get all that leaf matter out of there and we're gonna vacuum. Let's start with using the skimmer. Ice cold. This is the winter closing chemical kit for the pool. This will do up to 20,000 gallons, so this is enough to do for 2 years. I'm just going to use half of this. Couldn't get it at the local stores, had to order it. Very disappointing. 2 bags of all-in-one shock buffer clarifier. I got 2 winterizing powders. What do you figure that could be? Well, it's got a whole bunch of good stuff in it. And it looks like pH up, to be honest with you. Raises pH and controls acidity. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at all the instructions on the backs of these products and I will complete winterizing the pool. We do have to vacuum the liner first. That'll be next. Okay, the vacuum line goes right into the skimmer, and now I have vacuum on the end of that tool. Pool is pretty clean. I've got it vacuumed and skimmed. I think just one more skim to get some of the stuff off the top, and then we can start the closing process with the chemicals. Okay, I just went over all the instructions. We start with the Shock Extra. This should be just enough for our pool. It goes into the pool water or dispersed over a wide area. Let the filter circulate for a while. Then we add the Alka Plus powder. That also goes around the edge of the pool over a wide surface area. That's after we check the pH. So add this, check the pH, add this. And this is the winterizing powder. Again, this whole thing is going to go in. This can go into the skimmer. So it goes through the pump and the filter. And we let it run for 3 hours. And that's the chemical portion of this job. After that, we got the cover, the balloon, and the cable. We're all set. I just got to skim the top of the pool now, get anything that's fallen in there since we vacuumed. All right, this is the first step. This is the shock. This whole thing goes into the pool. You just want to sprinkle it over as much surface area as you can. Okay, so that's the shock extra. Now I've got to let the filter run for a little while, let that circulate, and then I'll check the pH with my pH test kit. We put in the shock, we let it circulate for a while. Now we got, this is called Alka Plus powder. The whole thing goes in the same way that the shock went in. Come on. You want to project it over the pool. See, it's dissolving. The pool is sparkly clean. The pH is set, so we just have to let that again circulate for a little while. All right, the last chemical step in closing the pool is the winterizing powder. This whole thing is going to go into the skimmer. All right, let's go put it in. Beautiful autumn day, crystal clear. Okay, I took out my basket so it's not going to interfere, and nice and slow, as quick as it'll take it actually. Oh, that's a pretty color. Try not to breathe while you're doing this. All right, we just finished adding the winterizing powder to the skimmer. I see a little blue residue in there. We'll let it run for a while. That water is ice cold. Okay, I'm going to start today by taking down the ladder. I've got the filter pumping for a little while to recirculate the water. We put all the chemicals in yesterday afternoon and we let it run for 3 hours. So today I'm starting fresh. I'm going to put away the ladder. I'm going to put in the float. I'm going to put on the cover, I'm going to close down the filter. Finish the closing of the pool today. It's getting cold. Okay. The trick is to do this slowly and let the water drain out of it, or else it's way too heavy to move. Get most of the water out, it starts to float. I don't want to take it off the rim until we get all the weight out. Now that we're out of the pool, I'll let all the water drain out. We're going to have to scrub it down, clean it, and store it for the winter. Okay, we're still siphoning. We've made some progress. Maybe about halfway there. We got to get below here, the end of this, because we got a cover to go on here with a gasket. Looks like another 2 inches to go. I skimmed the pool a little bit while I was waiting for the water to go down. It's just stuff that landed on it since last night. As soon as we get back to our level down here, I'll come back. See you then. Now we're at a good level. I could kill the siphon. We're going to remove this. We're going to put a cap on it, which seals it. And then we're going to put a plate over this with a gasket to seal it up. Okay, that's the plate and gasket. And the return hose is covered. So now I'm ready to put away the filter and pump. Okay, we're going to fill it up with water, go have some lunch. Okay, that needs to be cleaned real thoroughly. They make a special spray-on cleaner, or you can submerge it in a big bin. I think that's what I did last year. The filter's all broken down. I just have to separate it from the pump. These both need to be thoroughly cleaned. Finish draining this out, and it needs to be put down in the basement. The whole filter gets packed up and put down on the shelf in the basement. Have to pack the hoses away, all the small parts as the water goes. It's getting there. We want to be 3 inches from the top. I keep checking in here. and make sure there's no water leaking. So far so good, as well as here. Okay, I'm going to take the hose to this stuff as well as the ladder. It all needs to be put away safe and sound until next spring, and we do it all over again. Okay, I'm going to put this float in the middle of the pool. This takes the weight of the snow and water off the rim of the pool and puts it on the water. You want to keep this almost like half inflated. See how loose it is? You don't want to overinflate this or it'll burst and wind up ripping your grommets off like it did to mine. I live and learn. Nice and loose. 3 inches. We want to be 3 inches from the top of the pool. That looks like 3 inches from the top of the pool. Just right. Time to shut the water off. Now I gotta get the cable ready. Okay, I keep the cable wrapped around a soda can, and that's the ratchet clamp. Goes around the tarp and back into here, and this tightens it up. Okay, the cover is all secured. The pillow is floating. The pool is closed for the season. Now what I have left to do is to put everything in storage. The ladder needs to be cleaned, put away. I cleaned the filter element. It's drying, has to be perfectly dry before I put it back together. These are all the small parts, everything needs to be cleaned. And then I store this all in the basement for the winter. You can't leave this stuff outside. If it freezes, it's bad. Well, that's the end of another summer season. The pool is closed. Back to school, autumn weather. We just had Halloween. Election day is behind us. Winter time is on the way. Time to break out the ski gear, the snowshoes, and the bushcrafting. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by, spending some time with me. See you next time.